Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at classic early 90s Zenith El Primero Rainbow. You can see this 40mm 18-karat yellow gold chronograph on our website watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner at any time to see our full listing for this watch with high-res images and, of course, complete pricing details. Now, on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, this watch, rendered in the most traditional of golds, has the look and the feel of the half-brother of the Rolex Daytona. And that's no coincidence, because when this watch was built in the early 90s, the Daytona was powered by a custom-made Zenith El Primero, specified by Rolex, but built and tuned by Zenith for use in the Daytona. Now, those Daytonas are classics, but they are detuned calibers. This Rainbow has the original high beat escapement, the 36,000 vibration per hour high cadence of the original 1969 El Primero. You can see the smoother sweep of the chronograph hand versus the Daytona, and against the ear you can hear its double-time unique heartbeat. Now, on my wrist, the proportions of the watch are perfect. Very traditional, 40mm across the round of the case, not including the crown guard, the crown, or the chronograph pushers. It's actually quite slim. 12mm means that with the generously sloped conical bezel, you can easily slide this one underneath a tight sleeve or dress cuff, and executed in gold with a beautiful white lacquered dial, that may be exactly what you choose to do with this watch. Across the wrist, the lug-to-lug measurement is 46.5mm, so you can see that this watch is well suited to a broad range of forearm sizes. I would say down to 13.5 centimeters, you will have no problem wearing this watch with a great sense of security, style, and proportion. Now, the strap is a nice piece because it nicely complements the gold of the case and the white of the lacquered dial. It also features traditional straight spring bars, so there's no sense of wanting to flare. You don't get the sense that the strap wants to billow out and fight the curve of your wrist. If you have a small wrist, you can pull the strap right down and around it. Now, it is minimally bolstered, as you can see, up the center for a little bit of substance, a little bit of character, a little bit of body and volume. It features a lightly contrasting stitch, not a harshly contrasting stitch, just a nice ecru off-white that complements the dial again and the case beautifully. There is the original and very traditional Zenith 18-karat yellow gold pin buckle, nicely fluted across the top with the Zenith logo. It's the perfect aesthetic complement to a very traditional take on the sporting chronograph. Now, it's important to note that the Rainbow series debuted in 1992, ran to about 1999-2000, and the watches essentially came in two variations. There were those that were 100-meter rated that had rotating dive bezels, and then there were those that were more oriented toward land sports, more oriented toward motorsport applications. And they featured a fixed engraved tachymetric scale with screw downs and 50-meter water resistance. That's the watch we have right here. Now, you can see that it does feature a gorgeous engraved tachymetric scale. It's not overdone. The focus is more on the metal than the calibrations, and it forms a gorgeous golden halo around an incredibly attractive dial. Now, the dial is lacquered, which means it has the almost wet look that you get from enamel. You really do look like you're glancing into this dial rather than at it. It looks like it has depth. It looks like you could touch it and see a ripple form, as if you're glancing at some sort of undried liquid. Very, very attractive. It's a beautiful gloss backdrop for the applied yellow gold indices and the yellow gold baton hands at center. Now, the watch does feature a nice, discreet, and traditional 430 Zenith date window. The caliber 400 El Primero inside does feature a quick set function, so you can rapidly correct the date should it run down. It's also worth noting that each one of the individual sub-registers has a gorgeous golden chapter ring around it that gives it definition and a little bit of jewel-like luster. Now, when you turn the watch over, let's see if I can get the image. There it is. You see the image of Harold Vanderbilt's 1934 America's Cup Defender, the Rainbow. It's a bit of a urban legend that these watches were named after the much later caliber 405 flyback chronograph, also known as the Rainbow. That one did feature, quote, rainbow colors on it, but it was not the namesake of the line. That was a highly specialized submodel within the Rainbow family. The true namesake of the line is the sailboat, and you can see its beautiful image blazoned on the case back here. Now, inside, you have a traditional caliber 400 El Primero, which is to say 31 joules, automatic winding. It has a superior 52-hour power reserve. It does have that famed high beat escapement, so again, the chronograph seconds hand sweep is much smoother, the sound against the ear is much different, and it does have the potential to easily meet and beat COSC chronometer standards. It is of that quality. Now, you get a column wheel to select the functions. The column wheel is a very traditional way of indexing the controls of a chronograph. It's crisp under the finger. You can hear the sharp click when you start and stop it. It is the more expensive way, it is the more traditional way of building a chronograph architecture, but the El Primero, often called the greatest chronograph caliber of all time, has never been made in any fashion but with a column wheel. You can see this outstanding early 90s, and I say that because its hallmarks are pre-August 1st, 1995, Zenith El Primero Rainbow, and purchase it on our website, watchyouwant.com.